Over 2500 years ago, in what is now Nepal, there was a king named Shuddhodana who ruled over the Sakya tribe, a warrior clan living near the Kolia tribe. King Shuddhodana was married to a beautiful Kolian princess named Mahamaya. The Sakya kingdom's capital was Kapilavastu, situated at the foothills of the Himalayas. One night, as Queen Mahamaya slept in the palace, she had a vivid and significant dream. A white elephant holding a white lotus flower appeared. It circled around her 3 times and entered her womb through her right side. Upon awakening, Queen Mahamaya knew that her dream was a significant omen. Upon inquiry, the wise men told him that the dream foretold the birth of a remarkable child, destined to be a great leader or even a spiritual teacher. The king and queen were overjoyed by this prophecy. Approximately 10 months later, as Queen Mahamaya neared the time of her childbirth, she decided to return to her parental home to give birth. The journey took her through Lumbini Park, a beautiful garden. This serene park, with its sala trees and blooming flowers, provided a perfect resting spot for the queen. Maya took bath in a pond, and as she rested under one of the sala trees, she went into labor and gave birth to a baby boy on a full moon night. Legend has it that the newborn prince took 7 steps forward, and with each step, a lotus flower bloomed on the ground. After the birth, Queen Mahamaya returned to Kapilavastu with her newborn son, who was named Siddhartha. The king, having heard a prophecy from a sage, sought to shield Siddhartha from the harsh realities of life. As Siddhartha matured, he led a life of luxury and opulence, but felt a sense of dissatisfaction. One day, he requested a trip outside the palace, accompanied by his servant Channa. On this excursion, Siddhartha encountered various forms of human suffering for the first time. An elderly man, a sick person, and a funeral procession. Determined to understand the nature of suffering and find a way to overcome it, Siddhartha decided to leave his royal life behind. That night, Siddhartha quietly departed from the palace while his wife, Yashodhara, and his infant son Rahula slept. Accompanied by his loyal servant Channa, Siddhartha crossed the Anoma river, discarded his royal garments, and donned the simple robes of an ascetic. He embarked on a journey of self-discovery, living in poverty and practicing extreme austerities in his quest for enlightenment. Despite years of rigorous ascetic practices and meditation under various teachers, Siddhartha did not find the answers he sought. Eventually, he chose to meditate under a Bodhi tree, vowing not to rise until he attained enlightenment. During his meditation, Siddhartha faced numerous challenges from Mara, the embodiment of temptation and death. Mara's forces attacked him with fearsome appearances and arrows, which Siddhartha transformed into flowers through his compassion. Mara then sent his 3 daughters, Desire, Aversion, and Attachment, to seduce Siddhartha, but he remained unaffected due to his deep concentration and detachment. Desperate, Mara questioned Siddhartha's right to seek enlightenment. Siddhartha touched the earth, calling it as his witness to his countless lifetimes of effort and commitment to achieving liberation. The earth trembled in acknowledgement and Mara was defeated. Siddhartha, now fully enlightened, was henceforth known as Buddha, meaning the awakened one. After achieving enlightenment, the Buddha contemplated how to share his newfound wisdom. He considered his former meditation teachers, but realized they had passed away. Instead, he decided to teach the 5 ascetics who had followed him during his ascetic phase. He met them at the deer park in Sarnath, near present-day Varanasi, and delivered his first sermon known as the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. In this sermon, he outlined the 4 noble truths. Life is filled with suffering, dukkha. Suffering is caused by desire, tanha. It is possible to overcome suffering, nirvana. The path to overcoming suffering is the Noble Eightfold Path. The Buddha's teachings began to attract followers, leading to the formation of the first Buddhist community or Sangha. He traveled extensively, spreading his message and guiding others on the path to enlightenment. He did many miracles. As Buddha approached the end of his life at the age of 80, he continued to teach and inspire his followers. During a visit to Kushinagar, he was served a meal by a lay follower named Kunda, which caused him severe illness. Despite his suffering, Buddha instructed his disciple Ananda not to blame Kunda, recognizing that the food was not intentionally harmful. Buddha passed away in Kushinagar, achieving parinirvana, the final state of enlightenment beyond the earthly existence. Today, Buddhism continues to be a profound influence on global spirituality and ethics. It promotes principle of mindfulness, compassion, and the pursuit of enlightenment, resonating with diverse cultures and shaping various practices around the world.